Hello, science teachers. Today I wanted to share with you some valuable resources that are available through the Jefferson Library. They are databases that have interactive simulations, experimental activities, and also have really current information available to you because, as we know, science changes on a daily basis. So I wanted to walk you through how to access these databases. First, you'll need to log into Schoology. Through the groups page, you want to access the Jefferson Library resources. And then on the left-hand side, you'll select Resources, scroll down a bit, and select Research and Databases. Then you want to choose the databases, and you want to select this second one, Gale Databases. Scroll down a bit until you find the Gale in Context for Science. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look for an interactive simulation. So we're going to click on the Advanced Search and scroll down a bit until you find Document Type. And then we want to look for Interactive Simulation. Scroll back up and search. 334 interactive simulations appear, and you can look through each one of them, or you can search within them as to relevancy on what you're teaching. Today I'm going to look for aerodynamics, and I'm going to select this second DIY lift in an airplane simulation, which will graph the velocity and force of an airplane lifting off. So here's some great information for you to share with your students. And I'm going to pick, the first one is the little Cessna twin engine type plane. Start it. And as the plane starts to take off, which is pretty cool for the kids to watch, the charts start graphing the velocity and force of this twin engine taking off. Now, as we compare that little plane to a large commercial plane, our graph will stay the same, green for the little one, and it will start in red for the second simulation. And this big plane takes a while to take off, so I'm going to time lapse so that this video is not so long. We'll come back once it's taken off. So as you see, it took a while for this commercial airline to take off, but it's still charting on the graphs the velocity and force and compares it to the little twin engine plane. So that's a great little simulation that your students can learn from. I'm going to go back to Gale in Context for Science, and I'm going to do an advanced search for an experimental activity. So I'm going to scroll down again to Document Type. I'm going to scroll down to an experimental activity. Scroll back up to my search. And it comes up with 214 experiments. And I can again search for specific within these experiments, or scroll through and search one that I wanted to see. So for example, I'm going to select this sound experiment, and there's a lot of great information within this sound experiment. And these experiments will also give you the level of difficulty. So this one's easy, and it will also give you the materials needed and your budget for this particular science experiment, and the time that it takes to create this experiment, which is kind of cool. when you're working with students that are on time-sensitive schedules. And the cool thing about doing these researches on our science databases is that you have access to cite and send this information to your OneDrive. The students as well as teachers have the capability of doing that. So you don't have to go back through and search. You can just put it in your lessons for the years to come and use these experiments. The last thing I'm going to show you is searching new and relative information in science. So something that's pretty new is the coronavirus. And when I search that, it'll give me academic journals, reference material, and news information, as well as images and audio. And if I want to search for the most recent, I can click on publication date and choose the dates. Like, for example, I want to know what's happened since Friday to today. I can find that information in that order, so it will give me the latest and the greatest information for the coronavirus. I can also go into the news items, and I can search by relevance for newest information. And these items will come out that today the latest information on the coronavirus is listed. Another thing you can do is you can have your students search within Gale databases for topics. So they can pick evolution, they can, whatever topic, if you want to assign them various topics or different topics among the class, that's the way to browse topics. And you can also see that a lot of these topics have been updated regularly and also have new information. So that's really cool. And all this information here can also be cited once you pick an item, whether it's a news article or reference material. It can be cited and also sent to your OneDrive. All right, I hope that gives you some great information and makes teaching fun for you. All right, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks. Bye.